Hello everyone, this is the second video tutorial that will assist you in setting up your Blocksi parent account. Now that your account has been validated, you'll want to sign in and set up the actual account itself. So what you'll do is you'll go to Blocksi.net, B-L-O-C-K-S-I.net, and then click Login. Once there, you will select Parent, and this will take you to your Blocksi parent dashboard. Initially, what you will see is a history of the last 2 days, yesterday and today, of the usage by your child, your student. Notice there was no web activity today, but yesterday there were 137 web pages accessed, one page blocked, for a total of 138. Now this is a quick snapshot. It doesn't really tell you a whole lot of detail, but yet, just for a quick overview, based on our current filtering, and as you know, we're blocking and filtering while students are at school and at home, based on those current configurations of filtering, saying that there was one block. Now, what is that exactly that got blocked? I'll show you in a minute how you can actually see specifically what that was. Before we get to that, though, I want to show you how you can set up additional blocks and additional time controls that you can apply while your student is at home. There may be websites that you deem to be inappropriate, or the child might be accessing too often while they're at home. You can block those. However, if you find that there are certain sites that are getting through that your child is accessing that are absolutely inappropriate, then you need to let us know at the board office, the technology department, and we can block those things specifically, and we can also tighten up our filters. Filtering is challenging. Your help is greatly appreciated. But let's assume you want to create some blocks that you want to apply while the child is at home. What you'll do is you'll go and you'll create a list name. I've got two lists, a sample and a student A block. So these are lists that then can be applied to the children, your children, while they're at home. Once the list is created, you can go in and specifically add URLs to that particular list. So in this case, if I want to block YouTube completely, if I want to block Amazon, whatever that address may be that you don't want your child accessing. Again, these are things that are getting through our filters that might be appropriate, but in your case, you just feel like the child's spending too much time on them, you can block them. And once again, if you find some things the child's getting to that are just not appropriate for anyone, please let us know. But you'll enter the URL and you'll add that as a block and you'll add it to the list, and that will then keep this running list of sites you want blocked. And I'll show you how to apply that in a minute. So that's blocks. You can also create lists of time controls. Again, you give it a name, it's created. I can apply these lists to my various children or students. In this case, I would go in and say, for this list called the sample, I want to go in and in terms of YouTube, I want to block YouTube all night long, every night while the child's at home. I can save that change and YouTube would completely block while the student's at home. If I don't want them streaming at all, if I don't want them on anything called gaming, if I don't want any social media, no Facebook, in general, if I want to go here, I don't want them on the internet at all, I can go ahead and I can drag the blocks, save that, and those time controls will then be set for the child. But again, they have to be applied, and I'm going to show you that. So you have the ability to create block lists, you have the ability to create time controls. Now, how are they applied to the student? Once the blocks are there, you will go to your users, and you can have multiple students that you've actually requested. In this case, you have one. You would go and say, okay, for this particular student, I want this list of time controls applied, and I want this list of blocks applied, and now those are going to be applied to that child while the student is at home. Now, what's next that you can take a look at to get more specific about the student's use? And that would be insights. Trends right now is an area under construction, but insights would give you A lot of information for the student. Now, how does this work? Notice 24 hours, and it's showing the last 24 hours, there's nothing here. Once the student is actually using the internet, you will be able to see all kinds of histories that the child, in terms of their web usage. But you'll change the times here. So in this case, it says last 24 hours. You can go in and you can look at the last week, the last month of usage. You can go in and look at specific days of usage. And once you pick those parameters, these categories will fill. You can begin to refine the filtering and specifically see what the child has been doing while they've been on that device. Again, if you have more than one user, you can pick specifically the child. In this case, I only have the one child, but I can toggle back and forth to see specifically what child is doing what. And you'll also notice keyword searches. In this case, again, the last 24 hours, there's been no usage. But if I were to go back to a time of usage, you will see keyword searches that the child's been looking for. Again, this is all under web analytics. You can also look at YouTube analytics, and you can look at specific logs. So as I filter down, I can look and see specific websites that the child's been to at a particular point in time. So that takes us through the setup of your parent dashboard. Dashboard quick overview, your block list, your access time control list, the users you validated and what you've applied in terms of these lists to each user, and then the specific insights. Remember to please set up your time zone. But other than that, I think you will find this a very valuable tool to help you have an oversight in your child's online time. Please let us know if there's any other questions you might have, and thanks so much.